She's been an inspiration to a lot of people. We watched her firsthand in our gym, and she inspired me so much that day that I invited her almost immediately to come back and to speak to our kids. And I hope that you guys can be as inspired by Layla and her story as we have been. Without further ado, Layla.
Okay, so good evening everyone. My name is Layla Rogan, and I'm a proud Cheerleaders alumni. First, I just want to say how special it is to be here tonight, surrounded by the people and the program that helped shape me to who I am. I started cheerleading when I was 5 years old, and from the very beginning, I fell in love. Not just with the sport, but with everything it stood for. I loved the long practices, the energy of learning a new routine, and that electric feeling you get when you step onto the mat and hit zero. There's nothing like it. But as you all know, cheerleading isn't always easy. Some days the routine doesn't hit. Some days your body hurts, and some days your mind does. You mess up the same skill over and over until you get it. You fall, you fail, and then you keep going. Cheerleading taught me how to show up when it's hard. It taught me how to fight through pain, to push past limits, and to believe that no goal is ever out of reach if you're willing to work for it. That mindset became everything in 2022, when my life changed in an instant. I was finishing my freshman year of high school when I was in a serious ATV accident. I was airlifted to St. Mary's Hospital, unresponsive and in a coma. I had a traumatic brain injury, damage to both carotid arteries, a torn liver, a broken jaw. My parents were told it was unlikely I was going to survive, and if I did, I might not get out of that bed, and might not ever talk or walk again. And since it was unlikely I would ever return to school, cheerleading was clearly no longer part of my future. Then, I woke up 5 weeks later with a body I didn't recognize. I couldn't speak, walk, or move much my right side. I had a tracheotomy to help me breathe, a feeding tube in my stomach, and my jaw was wired shut. And all of that was considered a gift given the injury I sustained. But I never liked being told something was impossible. So I did what cheerleaders do. I kept going, one step at a time, literally. Breathing, walking, talking, things most people don't think twice about, became my daily battles. I had to relearn it all. I had to rebuild myself from the ground up. The rehab center had their goals, but I had my own. A few months later, I reached one of the biggest. I walked out of that rehab center without a wheelchair. It's been almost 3 years since my accident, and the journey has been nothing short of incredible. I went back to school, and I made my way back to the cheerleading sidelines. I had the privilege of flying again at and recently, in a full circle moment, I had the privilege of flying again at Cheerleaders, the place that's always felt like home. A few weeks ago, someone asked me, if you had the chance, would you go back and take the accident away? And honestly, my answer was no. Because even though the accident almost took my life, it gave me something too. It showed me what I'm made of. It reminded me that the only way you truly lose is if you give up. It made me believe, even more deeply, that we all have a purpose. I believe that I am here for a reason, and that God still has a big plan for my story. Cheerleading gave me the foundation to face my hardest battle with strength, determination, and heart. That's what the sport is. It's not just tumbling and stunts and the big sparkly bows. It's grit, it's family, it's heart. So to everyone here tonight, whether you're a flyer, a base, a back spot, a coach, or a parent, whether you realize it or not, you are writing your own story right now. Let this moment, tonight, be one of the pages you remember. If there's one thing I can leave you with, it's this. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. You don't need to know what's probable. You just need to believe in what's possible. You might just surprise yourself. And I hope my story reminds you, the only way you can fail is by giving up. Thank you so much for letting me share this moment with you and being a part of my village.